Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I am on a financial freedom journey with my family. I share all about that and more on my channel. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to thank Mint Mobile for partnering with me on this video today. If you guys have been on my channel for any amount of time, you know how much my husband and I love Mint Mobile. We have been using Mint Mobile for, it is just about to be our 2-year anniversary actually with using Mint Mobile, which is crazy, but I am so glad that we switched when we did. If you guys were on my channel back 2 years ago before we switched, you know that I had a lot of anxiety about switching my phone plan. I had been on the same phone plan for so long and it just caused me so much stress. But looking back on it now, I just have to laugh a little bit because it was so easy to switch to Mint Mobile. They make it so simple with the digital eSIM cards and the process went very smooth overall. One of my favorite features about Mint Mobile is that they have a coverage map on their website where you can enter in your address or the address of anywhere you frequent, and you can make sure that you'll have excellent coverage in the areas that you're at usually. So it could be your workplace, your house, a friend's house, a family member's house. You can check all of the areas that you frequent to make sure that you'll get excellent service before you make that step of switching. With Mint Mobile, you will get premium wireless service on the nation's largest 5G network at a fraction of the cost that other companies charge. I know personally for my husband and I, we saved more than 50% when we switched over to Mint Mobile, and like I said, my only regret is that we didn't switch sooner because we could have been reaping those savings for a lot longer, but we waited and I just wish that we would have switched sooner because it was so easy and we have had such amazing coverage and an amazing experience with Mint. Again, I just wanted to thank Mint Mobile for partnering with me on today's video. If you would like to try Mint Mobile for yourself, you can click the link in the bio or go to trymintmobile.com/deardebt. I will also link it here on the screen. And please, in the comments, let me know if you have switched over to Mint Mobile. I would love to talk to you about it in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. Let's go outside, the snow is falling down. All right, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. I apologize, I did not post a Debt-Free Friday last week. I actually posted my what we got our kids for Christmas instead. I was a little bit off of my schedule that I had intended, so I figured we would just skip a Debt-Free Friday to be able to get those other videos up. So I am back on track this week with a 2-week Debt-Free Friday update. So I'll be updating you for the 13th and the 6th, which was last Friday. So really excited about that. Honestly, last week was really uneventful anyway, so there wasn't a ton to share. So I figured it would be fine to just combine them for the 1st and 2nd week of December. So we are currently working on our emergency fund. We just had gotten started on this the last week of November. So I am really excited to keep going on this goal. If you guys have been following me for a while, typically in December, I get a annual bonus. I do know that I will be receiving one this year, but I'm not sure exactly on the amount. I know the pre-tax amount, but I don't know what it's gonna end up being because like, it's funny when you get a bonus like that, it ends up basically being like half of what you intend or like what is the total. So I'm waiting to kind of figure out like what the actual take home will be after like the taxes that they take out, which are usually crazy, and then the 401k and all that stuff. So I don't think I'm gonna share the bonus on here. Just, I don't know, it just feels weird to do that. So I probably won't share like the exact amount, but I will share with you guys like where I'm spending it and what I'm putting it towards. Most likely I'm going to finish this goal off regardless. So obviously I'm not going to have enough most likely to finish this off with like our Debt-Free Fridays that we have left because we only have 2 Debt-Free Fridays left after this Debt-Free Friday for the year, which is insane. But I am excited to finish this goal off with whatever my bonus is. I should have enough to cover whatever is left at the end of the month. So we will finish that, and then I need to decide what I'm going to be doing with the leftover. I am probably going to be spending a little bit of it, to be honest. I'm probably going to set aside a little bit, which honestly I don't really want to. But my husband really encouraged me, like, you should set aside a little bit for yourself. So I think I'm going to do that or just get something for myself out of it. So I will share like briefly, or like I'll share a little bit about it. I haven't really fully decided exactly what I'll share yet, but I won't be like adding it into our budget or anything like that. And like outright like planning it with you guys or like sharing the exact amount, but I will share like what we end up kind of doing with that. I also had thought about maybe getting a head start on one of our other financial goals for 2025 if I have anything left over. So like finishing off this goal and then setting aside a little bit for spending, and then also like trying to maybe see if I can put like a little chunk towards our financial goals for 2025, which I will be sharing next week. So stay tuned for that video. All that to say, let's get started with today's video because none of that is related to what we're talking about today necessarily. So this week we started at 700. Like I said, we had put the 700 in the last week of November. So that was at 14% of our goal. Combined with last week and this week, we were able to send $550 to our savings, which was $250 last week and $300 this week. And that leaves our ending at $1,250, which is 25% exactly of the way there. And that leaves left to goal $3,750. So that is what we have left. Again, we have 2 debt-free Fridays left in the year, and then I will likely finish it with whatever my bonus is. Like I said, it should be more than this, so I should have plenty to be able to just finish this goal off so that we can start over with our new goals in 2025, which I'm really excited about. As far as side hustle income, I didn't have much. Like I said, last week was very uneventful for us, so not a ton to update you guys on. I did get $10 from Facebook Marketplace. If you guys have been following me, I've been trying to declutter my house and just like get in a good headspace for 2025. I feel like I was doing really good a few years ago with like minimalism and just trying to be mindful of the things that I bring into my house and decluttering often. And honestly, over the last few years, since we've had basically like I did a really good job before we had our 3rd child, and now he's almost 3, which is crazy. But I just feel like with another child and like just not being super conscious of it, I feel like I have really like lost the minimalism journey that I was going down, and I miss it because it was really nice to not have as much stuff. So I'm really trying to be intentional the end of the year. I'm trying to declutter as much as I can, especially before Christmas. My kids are getting new toys. They're going to be getting gifts from family, and I just don't want our house to be like a friggin' mess. So trying to do that at the end of the year, although we've got a lot of other things going on as well. And I also got $8 from Etsy. I do have a very small Etsy shop if you guys are interested. I will link it in the bio if you guys want to check that out. But yes, I did get $8 from Etsy. Thank you to anyone who purchased anything from my Etsy shop. I have been here and there getting like $1 or $2 from Etsy over the last few weeks. I haven't shared about it in a while, just because like when I get like literally like $1, I don't share it because it's like so small. But yeah, if I get anything substantial, I usually share it. So $8 was substantial enough for me to share, but I have been getting a little bit of income from Etsy here and there. Like I said, like $1, $2. I don't make a lot on Etsy. I don't do it for the money. I just like to share some of my printables with you guys in a way that is like the easiest way to do it, which just happens to be Etsy, and I can make a little bit of extra money, which is nice. Speaking of, I do have this exact printable for sale on there, and I also have my Roth IRA tracker. I have a bunch of other trackers, and some that you'll be seeing in 2025 as well as we move into our new financial goals. So if you guys want to check those out, again, I will have the link in the description box for my Etsy shop if you want to purchase any ahead of your 2025 goals. That is all I have for this week. Recapping the last 2 weeks, again, not super eventful, but I would love to hear how you guys are doing on your financial goals. We only have a few weeks left in the year, which is, like I said, just crazy to think about that 2024 is almost over. But I'm excited to hear about how you guys are doing for your financial goals. What are you working on right now? Are you going to finish your goals that you intended for 2024? I think, while we will finish the majority of our goals, we did have another goal to put money towards my kids' college, which is just not going to happen at this point, which is fine. So yeah. And again, I will be sharing a video next week with our financial goals for 2025. So excited to share that. Let me go ahead and color in our tracker, and then I will come back to close out the video. Every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to
keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend.
All right, so that's all I have for this video. Again, we are 25% of the way done with this goal, which feels really good. We've got 2 weeks left plus my bonus to account for. So really excited to get this one finished off and hopefully not have to think about our emergency fund for another while, because I feel like with 25,000, we will be in a really good spot and hopefully will not need to worry about this financial goal for at least a few more years, I hope, as long as we don't have to use it. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. Stay tuned next week for a bunch more videos for Debt Free December, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.